I thought you said all the animals were gone, May asked. The Wolf King might be gone now too, Jack said quietly. The only one of Snow White's group that anyone's seen since then is Rapunzel, who is now the queen of the Western Kingdoms. We know they succeeded in defeating the Wicked Queen somehow, but all the Queen's armies dispersed and the Great War ended. But Snow White, the Wicked Queen, and the rest were never seen or heard from again. That was like 12 years ago now. So, May said, if no one's seen Snow White since, how did she end up in the real world? The real what? Jack said. The real world, May said. Where I'm from. She rolled her eyes. Okay, fine. How did she end up in Punk? She must have hidden herself there, Jack said. Some stories say that Snow White broke the Queen's mirror during their final battle. And when your grandmother was taken, the huntsman told the little monster things to look for a missing piece of the mirror. Jack paused, then slowly turned to look at the necklace hanging around May's neck. She noticed his gaze and pulled the golden crown out from under her shirt. This, she said, you don't really think this is a piece of the Queen's magic mirror? She told you to keep it hidden, Jack said, and if it is, that might be all that's been stopping a Wicked Queen from coming back. If she had a working mirror, she'd be all powerful again. Jack swallowed hard. Which means the only thing keeping the Wicked Queen from taking over the entire world is that necklace. May shot him a dark look. Well, at least you're not being overly dramatic. Despite her sarcasm, she shuddered and slipped the necklace back under her shirt. I'm not willing to say alright, but I guess you could be close to somehow being almost right. Either way, sounds like we're going to need that help my grandmother mentioned in a note, huh? Sounds like, Jack agreed. Only let's find it in the morning. He laid down a little more with his head against the tree, exhaustion suddenly smacking him in the face. May did the same, and pretty soon their eyelids were drooping. I have to warn you, Jack said quietly. I'm not very good at this sort of thing. Good at what sort of thing? May asked, opening one eye slightly. Well, Jack said, if your grandmother is Snow White, then you really are a princess. Ha! May said drowsily. That a problem for you? A bit, Jack admitted. I can't stand royalty. May laughed softly. Jack smiled too, taking one last look at May as the princess fell asleep. She was really cute, all things considered. And she didn't act like princesses in stories did. All useless and vulnerable and needing rescuing. Maybe some royals weren't actually that different from the rest of the world. He stopped himself there. His sleepiness must have been messing with his head. May was the granddaughter of Snow White, a member of one of the oldest royal families in existence. And she'd grown up in the lap of luxury, with more wealth than he could even imagine. She was royal as they came, and therefore was nothing like him. Wouldn't it be funny if she were, though? The last thing he heard before he fell asleep was tiny, high-pitched laughing from all around him. Apparently someone else thought it was funny too.